as usual. Going to start with eBay standard envelope items, then go over to Ground Advantage stuff. I dropped cards I'm sending the PSA video yesterday, so if you haven't seen that yet, check that out. Pretty cool video. First up, sold a Punisher card from 1992. Nothing crazy. Sold for $1.60. And I always get a little bit nervous, send in cards like that. I always ship it a priority. And I followed the tracking, and it did make it there. So that's always good. Because, you can't replace one-on-one cards. But yeah, that video's up. Check that out. I had a pretty decent weekend for eBay. Today, not that great, but I just saw some stuff going out. But the weekend was pretty good. Which it usually is, All this stuff is just from the last 24 hours. Right. Hey Danny, what's up? How you doing? Yeah, I'm doing well. Welcome in, guys. Back to the grind after the weekend. That one's good to go. Next up, sold this G.I. Joe card from 1991. Sold for $1.60. Yeah, PSA video is finally up. And then, yeah, we got the checklist dropped for Universe. So I'm going to try to have that up by Friday. Friday should be release day. Since they did drop the checklist, it should actually be coming out like on Friday, like when it's supposed to. So I'm going to try to have that video out on Friday going over the checklist and everything. There's some interesting things to talk about. Did you see the checklist? I know you can download it off of, I think Topps' website, but the website Checklist Insider has it. I usually like to go off of Beckett. Beckett doesn't have it up yet, though, but Checklist Insider has it up. But I usually wait for Beckett to put theirs. Yeah, check out Checklist Insider. If you just type in like 2025 Topps Universe WWE into Google, one of like the first three things should be like Checklist Insider, and yeah, it has it. Interesting things, man. There's like, I'm obviously going to go over all this when I make the official video, but like for the base cards, man, there's like 200, and then there's like an additional 100 cards. So technically there's 300, but I forgot what they called the 200 through 300. I don't know if they're going to be more rare, like variations or something, event variations. I'm not sure what's going on with those. But in the regular base cards, man, there's like Shaquille O'Neal has a card. I think Floyd Mayweather has a card. Yeah, the names of the parallels are crazy. Yeah, Floyd Mayweather has a card. There were some wild like sports people that have been involved in WWE in the past that all have cards in the set, which I can see why they're doing that, because they want to get like sports people's eyeballs on the wrestling product. Yeah, I forgot. There was a handful of names. Oh, Gronkowski has a card. Yeah, there were some other ones too. There was a handful, like maybe like four or five names where they're like, definitely not wrestlers, but sports celebrities that have had like wrestling appearances or matches in the past. Oh no. I gotta put some more labels on, which this is my last roll, which means I gotta order some more. Yeah, Carlito. Yeah, there's some. I think like Dakota Kai's in it. Like I saw Zoe Stark I saw Zoe Stark has a card. Like there's some. This set was in the works for a while. I think it's just been really delayed. Like there was some names too of people that have been released for quite a while that somehow made this set. Yeah, I didn't do like a super deep dive, but this morning, before work, I definitely looked it over. But I still need to do like a really like deep dive. But yeah, I definitely saw some names where I was like, huh, they haven't even been in WWE for a while and they got a card. But there was one thing too I did notice. So all right, that one's good. Next up, CM Punk Cactus Jack base card, sold for $1.60. So they have like the autos, just regular autos, right? The names are weak. The regular auto set, the names are really weak. There's a couple decent ones, and then they have like a Legends auto set, and then they have like an NXT auto set, which, you know, NXT, you know what you're getting, and the Legends were like hit or miss. But the regular auto set was weak. However, they have like the relic autos as well, like cards that have a relics and auto. And that's where they kept all the big names, like your Cody Rhodes and stuff like that. So those, there's going to be big name autos in the set, but they seem to be all saved for like the relic autos. But just like a regular, just like autograph card without a relic, the names are like super weak if you look through that list. There's also like a ton of insert sets. There's a ton. Like this set is way bigger than I thought it was going to be. Like I thought the checklist might be like 100, 150 cards, but if you include the whatever the I don't remember what it was called. I have to look at it again. The like moments variation or something like that. Like 300 card base card set. There's like a ton of insert sets. There's a ton of relic stuff because you have all the auto relic sets, and then you have just the regular relics. You got like dual and triple relics too, it looks like. So I didn't realize this set was going to be as big as it actually is. I thought it was more just like a side set, like kind of like Revolution or something. But yeah, definitely some interesting things going on with this one. It should be fun. It should be a fun rip and for people to open up and breaks and stuff, because it looks like there's so much stuff going on with you know, near 300 possibly base cards and all these different insert sets and stuff like that. Like I don't know. There's a lot going on in the set, seems like. That one's good to go. Yeah. Yeah, and there's like a nice handful of parallels for everything too. It's not like too crazy, but at least there's like a decent amount, you know. Next up, I had one person pick up 2 AJ Styles cards. Got the 25 Chrome Sapphire, and also the 24 Select Phenomenon card. Total for those 2 cards was $4.48. But yeah, since the checklist did drop, like it does look like this Friday, the release date, it should be legit. I'm sure people will get it early. I would start looking. I don't know. I've seen people on Whatnot get sets days early, you know. Definitely Thursday, I'm sure people will have it. And possibly even Wednesday, tomorrow. I'm not going to be opening any boxes or anything like that. Maybe if I find blasters in the store or something, but I'll definitely be watching some breaks and stuff, and whoever's on YouTube opening up boxes. Oh, Danny, I put you'll probably pick up blasters. Yeah. Yeah, if I see them in the store, I'll pick up some blasters. Danny, in your last two orders you did over the weekend, I threw in a couple extra cards, so don't think I like made a mistake and like sent you the wrong cards. I sent you all your cards, plus I just threw in a couple random extras in there too. Because you ordered one of the orders was like over $20, so I was able to ship it Ground Advantage. So like when I'm shipping a standard envelope, it's really like I don't want to test and put more cards in if I don't have to, you know, because there could be issues. But with Ground Advantage, I don't mind, so I threw in a couple extras. And then the order you did before that too, it wasn't, but I shipped it Ground Advantage anyway because I didn't want there to be an issue, so I threw in a couple extras too. Next up, I had one person pick up 3 bench warmer cards from 2013. Boom, boom, boom. Total for those 3 cards was $4.80. I have to start getting my taxes kind of organized up here. I'm going to do that. Probably start doing it today. I just got to get all my paperwork in one spot before I bring it in. It's getting to be about that time. All right, good to go. That does it for standard envelope orders. Do have one other thing that sold. I sold a book. It's a sealed book in plastic. Pistols and Revolvers, Official NRA Guide to Firearms Assembly. Picked this up for 50 cents at an estate sale, sold for $29.99. I had 2 books like that. The other one sold right away. It was a similar one. Also, the card show is this weekend again. That came up quick. Card shows this weekend. Next week I might be going, or I should be going to this like live auction. I went one time. They have cards there, but most likely they don't usually have sports or wrestling or stuff, but they have like gaming stuff. Last time I picked up some Star Wars Unlimited stuff, so yeah, so I got like the card show over the weekend, and then in the week I got that. So I got some stuff coming up here. Yeah, I've been busy, man. It's stuff just not had that much time to list stuff. I did get a lot of those select cards listed though. Well, all of them actually, yeah. So out of that box I got from the last card show, I now pulled out all the Prism cards. All the select ones are listed. So I pulled out all the Prism cards, and now I'm kind of just need to photograph them and stuff. But definitely not going to finish that box before I go to the card show this weekend. It's all good though. Right, so books, and these are like the giant, the big bubble mailers. I don't use these that often, but for big books, they come in handy. 1 pound, 13.3 ounces. $13 by $11 by $2. Good to go. That's all I got going out today. Just a book and a little small stack of cards. Like I said, I had a decent weekend, but last 24 hours, not that great. But it's nice to at least have some stuff going out. So that's pretty much going to be it. Let me see if I missed any. Oh, chat. I did miss. Oh wow, I missed a bunch. Okay. Checklist says you could pull 5 autos from a blaster per case. Wait, what? You could pull 5 autos from a blaster per case. Okay, so for a blaster case, you could get 5 autos. I imagine there'll be like 20 boxes in a blaster case. You plan on ordering 22 AEW hobby boxes next week. Oh, yeah. How do you feel about AJ going into the Hall of Fame? Oh, yeah. So that's pretty cool, but I wonder, like, do you think AJ wanted to go wrestle somewhere else and then now he kind of feels obligated like he can't or something like that? I don't know. But maybe not. Maybe AJ's just done. You know, maybe like he said, he just picked his gloves up. He wanted to do it at home, like he mentioned, and maybe he's just done. But for some reason, everyone thought, including myself, maybe he's going to go to TNA or AEW or just have like one final year doing matches. But he might just, you know what? You know what it is like, I think AJ has been done and he wanted to hang it up. But John Cena was doing his whole retirement tour thing. Yeah. Yeah, John Cena's been doing his whole retirement thing. So AJ Styles during that can't just be like, oh, I'm retiring, guys. So you notice that like the second John Cena retirement's done. Now the next pay-per-view AJ did his, because he probably wanted to do his like a while ago, but he couldn't do it during John Cena's thing, couldn't step on his toes. Not that he'd want to anyway, but it would just be weird, you know? But like the second Cena was done with his, then AJ was like, yeah, I'm out. Yeah, he's probably been done, man. He's probably wanted to hang it up for like a few months, at least 6 months or something like that. And then Cena's retirement thing probably prevented him from doing that. So then the second Cena was done, he kind of arranged it last match with Gunther, and he's done. Yeah, everyone was just like speculating, I guess, for this whole TNA run or something, because he left his gloves in the ring. But it makes sense. He wanted to do a final goodbye at home. I mean, he deserves it, man. AJ's great. I mean, I watched AJ growing up in TNA. Like me and my friends got a couple like X Division DVDs, and like after high school, we would just go to my friend's house. We would just watch the X Division DVD, like best of X Division, with all those guys like Samoa Joe, AJ Styles, Petey Williams, Christopher Daniels, Chris Sabin, Sanjay Dutt. Like we would just rewatch all those DVDs. Yeah, 10 years. Yeah. Yeah, AJ is great, man. But I just, you know, for me, I liked his TNA stuff. But, you know, in WWE, he's older, so it is what it is. He's still great now. But I just remember watching him back in the day. I'm like, this guy is insane, man. This guy is nuts. But yeah, at least they gave him, if they put him in the Hall of Fame right away, he deserves it, you know? He's a big name in wrestling in general. He and the Young Bucks came to your city back in 2015 for an independent show. That's sick, dude. That is sick. Yeah, in I want to say like a long time ago, man. It's like I want to say like 2006-ish or something. In like my like small town, like tiny little stadium and stuff. Like TNA did a house show, and the main event was AJ and Samoa Joe. But man, they wrestled for like 8 minutes. You know, they were wrestling in front of like maybe 200 people tops. Like they're not going to put their bodies on the line for that. It wasn't on TV. It was just a house show. And yeah, it was just really cool to see them wrestle that close though back then. And then after the match, they gave like an opportunity where you could like go in the ring and get a photo with AJ Styles in the ring. But me and my friends were all broke, so we didn't do it. Looking back at it now, we probably should have just done that. But that was more the event. It's like they put on this super short match, and then it was like, oh, we'll take a picture with AJ in the ring and stuff. But yeah, but the Bucks and AJ, that's pretty cool. All right, man. I'm gonna head out of here. Plan is to be back on tomorrow, assuming I sell some more stuff. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna photograph maybe some of those Prism cards. Not sure. I gotta get my taxes stuff organized. That's really what I should be working on. It's gonna suck. But yeah, that's probably what I should be doing. Is getting that stuff situated, at least all organized and all together, so it's easier for my CPA and all that. Yeah, thanks for stopping by, man. Yeah, I know. Yep. I plan on getting it organized this week and then calling and setting up my appointment. I can go in and drop it off, and then the rest is on them, you know. Yeah, I have someone do mine because of eBay. You get a 1099 from eBay, so, you know. Well, plus I have 2 jobs, so I get 2 W-2s, and then I get a 1099 from eBay. I don't know if I'm getting a 1099 from YouTube. I doubt I made enough, but still, either way, I got to report that. So I have to figure out how much I did on that. Whatnot, I'm not sure if I'll get a 1099, but either way, you got to report that. So if I didn't get one, I got to figure out what I, you know, made on Whatnot for the couple shows I did. And yeah, it's just, it's easy to figure all that out. It's just kind of boring and a pain in the ass to just sit down and like do it all. like brokerage account, investing account forms, get that situated. And yeah, I don't know. I got a lot of stuff because I do a whole bunch of different stuff. So I got a bunch of forms. It's just a matter of gathering them all and having them organized and stuff like that. Because not everyone sends you everything now. You have to print a lot out. So I got to figure out who sent me my actual forms, which ones do I have to print out, which ones do I have to figure out what I made, even though they don't print me out anything. Yeah. All right, man. Appreciate it. I'll be back on tomorrow if all goes according to plan. Till next time.